Arsenal are doing it, isn't it? They're going to do it, aren't they? They're really looking to go back to back. And nobody is doing anything about it. Yo guys, it's your boy Money here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And guys, I've literally just finished watching the Community Shield and I think I'm in mourning. I'm in absolute mourning. I cannot believe what I've watched with my eyes. Arsenal 3, Manchester City 0. Arsenal 3, and I'm sorry to say, that is probably the most comfortable 3-0 I've watched two top teams play in a long time. That was a statement. People can say whatever they want. They can say it's just a Community Shield, it's a friendly, it's this, it's that. That's the only thing that we can hold on to, because Arsenal looked sharp. They looked sharp. Their pressing looked sharp. Them on the ball looked sharp. The patterns of play looked sharp. Their new winger, Enzolis, I think his name is, he looked terrific. He looked efficient. He looked the exact opposite of Martinelli, who's literally a busybody, running up and down, obviously tracking back, but doing nothing really of note. Now they've gone out, and I don't know how much they bought this guy, but I don't remember it being that big an amount. I think they bought him for like 35 million or something like that. And I'm watching this guy being efficient at the top, and every single time City broke through, this guy was helping Calafiori at the back. What was I watching? And this was Arsenal without Saka. This was Arsenal without Eze. And even so, I mean, obviously Saka came on, Eze came on, but I don't think Arteta really uses Eze anyway, or likes Eze's profile anyway. But Gyökeres didn't even start. You know, I don't rate Gyökeres that much, but he didn't start. Saliba is injured. Timber is injured. Rice didn't start. Guys, genuinely, that was worrying. These are worrying signs for the rest of the league. But if you're an Arsenal fan, obviously, these are amazing signs, I guess. Incredible signs for you guys, because all that did was tell everybody, hey guys, listen here, you might have forgotten about us, but we're doing this. We're doing this again. You know, if you've got chest, come outside. Come and show us what you can do. And that is what I saw. You guys, you didn't even break sweat. I am sweating. I was sweating more than the Arsenal fans. I was sweating more than the Arsenal players as well. It was men against boys, I have to say. It was men against boys. I didn't even see Bruno G in the game, to be completely honest. He had a quiet game, you know, spraying passes here and there. His decision making was not that good, but you can forgive him. New players, new surroundings. So you would hope that as time goes on, he will start understanding the patterns of the people, of the players that he's playing with. But Martin Lewis-Kelly, listen, I have to say, I was rejoicing when I saw the news from, who was it? Was it Sky Sports? Was it Fabrizio? That Martin Lewis-Kelly was going to Chelsea or United? Because I was thinking, he is a talent. He is a talent, and I don't want him at Arsenal. And today he proved why I was thinking that. Because the boy can play. He is a guy who came in and broke through playing left back. I know in the under 21s, in the youth team, whatever it is, he used to play as a he used to play as a midfielder, right? I know that. However, to play the men's game in a left back, doing well, but then transitioning from that point to playing in the midfield, he is special. He is special. And I am worried. I am worried because at the moment it looks like Arsenal are actually going to go back to back. And there is nothing that anybody can do about it. Not because maybe Arsenal were outstanding or look outstanding, but more so because no one else has done anything in the transfer market to show me that they're going to catch these guys. I have to say, I have to be honest. I have to be honest. But enough of Arsenal. Enough of Arsenal. We need to talk. We need to talk about Enzo Maresca. We need to talk about City. I was speaking to LB. I was asking him, how are you feeling? I was being told it's only City that can go out there and actually do anything of note against these guys. And I'm hearing something already right here. So bear with me 2 secs. I was being told that City are the only closest team to Arsenal. Well, it doesn't look like it from this display. It does not look like it. Enzo Maresca, like, guys, we need to understand one thing. Maresca needs to understand one thing. Just because you got good players does not necessarily mean you can gel the team and put the team together in such a way that they can actually go out there and perform. And that's exactly what we saw. Now, I know people are going to say to me, but Money, listen, Money, it's just a preseason game. It's a glorified, peace trophy. It's a glorified charity match, whatever you want to call it. But surely City fans are worried by that display. When I was watching the game, I could see what Maresca was trying to do, having who are the two wingers? Semenyo on the right hand side and Doku on the left, having them extremely wide so that they can actually get the ball and have a go at the right back and the left back. But they had no sniff. They didn't have a sniff. I mean, Doku tried a few times, went back, took it round Ben White a few times. He had a little bit of joy, but there was nothing really there. Every single time the ball went to Doku and the ball went to Semenyo, the right winger of Arsenal and the left winger of Arsenal in Zolis and who else? Who played that right wing for Arsenal? Madueke and Saka, when he came on, literally came back so quickly, it was 2v1 immediately. 2v1 immediately. And I'm sorry to say, I'm trying as much as possible not to go too much onto Maresca, but I could not see any patterns of play whatsoever. I could not see any press whatsoever. The press was horrendous. It was haram press. Haram. I've never seen City press so diabolically in a long time. The front three would go and press and nobody will be following. What was going on here? What are we doing? What are you doing, Maresca? Phil Foden in the 10 in 2026 is scandalous. Scandalous. Phil Foden is not a 10. My little boy could tell you that. What is Phil Foden doing in the 10? I'm sorry. Is it because Turkey has just come back from his break? Maybe. But Maresca has to know that that is not going to be the answer. The drop off from Rodri to whoever is in that six is also monumental. Now, don't get me wrong, Kovacic was actually one of the best players, this this game. He was actually one of the best players. He was spraying the passes, trying to control the game, trying to dictate the game, but the drop in quality was so evident. It was so evident. When Rodri is on the pitch, and I know people will probably be saying, listen, Rodri is a Ballon d'Or winner, he's a World Cup winner. What are you talking about? Yes, I know. He is. And you can see, because when Rodri is on the pitch, he is dictating the tempo of the game. He dictates how the game should go from a tempo perspective. He gets on the ball, breaks through play, and starts dictating and setting up the tempo. There was nobody who could do that in that team from City. Nobody. Kovacic tried, failed. Now, I'm going to mention a name which LB is going to moan about. Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson, £40 million player. I said it. I've always said it. He is not worth anywhere near what has been paid. I know demand, suggests that he is worth that, sure. But is that it though? Because who went in for Elliot Anderson other than City? Nobody. United were interested. They were never going to pay 116 million. City have been bamboozled in paying that money. And I'm looking at him thinking, brother, you're not KDB. And he had a stinker of a game. Absolute stinker. It's one thing playing for a team that doesn't have majority of the ball and saying, yeah, Elliot Anderson is good, because you don't have the ball all the time. And there's another thing, Elliot Anderson being told, brother, dictate the play. Spread the passes out. Be on the ball. Then it becomes an issue. Then it becomes an issue. And then he gets found out. And that's what we saw. He was poor. He was poor. Stinker. Absolute stink. Monumental, gargantuan stinker from Elliot Anderson. City need Buadi ASAP. Absolutely need the 19 or 18-year-old boy. They need him. Because it was worrying what I was watching. Worrying. Now, Donnarumma had a stinker as well, but I don't really want to go in on him, to be completely honest. The defense was okay. They didn't do anything that drastic, that dramatic. But the entire team was horrendous. Horrendous. And you would have noticed that I didn't mention one person. You would have mentioned that. You would have noticed that. And that's because the person was non-existent anyway. Haaland, the best striker in the league. The striker who, if he's not scoring, he's not doing nada. But again, I won't go in on Haaland. The guy just is a monster. Scores goals for fun, and unfortunately, the team didn't help him. The team didn't help him. But who really is going to take this Arsenal team down? Well, we're gonna have to hope, guys. We're gonna have to hope. We're gonna have to hope that this was just a situation where City didn't take it that seriously. It was a community shield. It was a friendly, and they were trying to get some minutes in their legs. And we're going to have to hope that when they actually meet Premier League opposition teams, that these teams are going to put in a better fight than what I saw today, because that was embarrassing. Now guys, please, 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 if you can, smash the like as usual, subscribe, and as always,